All right, so we give praise the King and honor the Abba and Shamaim in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Let's start this in John chapter 5, verse 39. Search the scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life. And they are they which testify of me. Hold on, I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought. Who is screaming? Search the scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me. And you will not come to me that you might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you, that you have not the love of Elohim in you. I come by Abba's name, and you receive me not. If another shall come in his own name, him you will receive. How can you believe which receive honor one from another, and not the honor that comes from Elohim only? Do not think that I will accuse you to Abba. There's one that accused you, even Moses, in whom you trust. Had you believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not his writings, how should you believe my words? All esteem and praise to Abba and Shamaim in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Well, she just sent me this here, somebody put in here. Come from CIA.gov. The Ethiopians' exodus, and Moses was an American. You people be making all types of stuff. You hear me?
Moses is from Addis.
Addis. Hey, stop. Daddy got to work. Come back here. Don't go in hobby room. John chapter 8, verse 31. I'll be around there in a second. Then said Yahushua to those Yahudim which believed on him, if you continue in my word, are you my disciples indeed? And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. They answered him, we be Abraham's seed, we never been in bondage to any man. How say you shall be made free? Yahushua answered them, truly, truly, I say unto you, whosoever commits sin is the servant of sin, and the servant abide not in the house forever, but the Son abide ever. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. Come on, Isaiah 11.
And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. And the rock of Yahuwah shall rest upon him, the rock of wisdom and understanding, the rock of counsel and might, the rock of knowledge and of the fear of Yahuwah. Shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of Yahuwah. He shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor, and with equity for the meek of the earth. He shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked.
Slay him.
And righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins.
That's it. Mm-hmm. Exodus 9 and 14. Mm-hmm.
For I will at this time send all my plagues upon your heart and upon your servants and upon your people, that you may know that there is none like me in all the earth. For now I will stretch out my hand that I may smite you and your people with pestilence, and you shall be cut off from the earth. And in very deed for this cause have I raised you up, for to show you my power, that my name may be declared throughout all the earth.
That my name might be declared in all the earth. Let's rehash something that we mentioned when we first referenced this here. Go ahead and get me Psalms 40 and 7. Don Joanne. She hit. What baby she hit? Oh, that's normal. Yeah, that's their regular. Come on. Psalm 40 and 7.
Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. I delight to do your will, O my Elohim. Yea, your law is within my heart. I have preached righteousness in the great congregation. I have not refrained my lips, O Yahuwah, you know. I have not hid your righteousness within my heart.
I haven't hid it.
I have declared your faithfulness and your salvation.
Pause. You declare what?
Your faithfulness and salvation.
And that's what a lot of people miss out on again. He declared his what?
Faithfulness and salvation.
So when you look at declaring the name, and of course you know the passage that everybody, I come in my Father's name, and they think that this has to do with his name not being Jehovah or Jesus, a simplistic thought process such as that. But go ahead and tell him about faithfulness and salvation by definition.
Faithfulness is a moon, firmness, fidelity, steadfastness.
Go ahead.
And then salvation is teshua, salvation, deliverance.
So he's telling you about faithfulness and salvation. So with that being said, that's kind of how we want to do this. Oh yeah, Exodus 34 and 5. That's how we'll do it. Because I mentioned that when he said, I come in my Abba's name. If you still thinking in 2025, coming in his name is the literal name, you've been grossly misinformed. What's the word for name, Civic? You know it?
I don't know.
Sure, man.
That's 90 push-ups, Doris. You're going to be cock diesel for the summer get in. And I want my push-ups. When they say, you know, I'm not a suit-wearing businessman like you. I suppose I'm just a gangster. And I want my push-ups. You know what I'm saying? I want my push-ups.
Okay.
You think this a game?
Good guess. You ain't got nothing. I'm up one.
Doris don't want to give you no turn. We're going to have to Tanya Harden you.
I was right.
You know who that is?
Oh. You said the wire?
You finna find
I
out.
was wrong. I said
You
God.
finna be
I said
Nancy
God.
Kerrigan out this hole. I want my push-ups, Doris. Every wrong answer he get, you got to pay for it.
What if every right answer you get?
Take it away.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I ain't finished the whole thing, so I'm at
Now you down
I
90.
seen like the first whole season. One of the seasons I ain't seen. Yeah.
90, nigga. Not 1990. 90.
I started.
Man, tell this man the Hebrew word for name, man.
You got it?
He's struggling. No, don't try to search it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's why
Somebody help him out, man. Somebody tell him the Hebrew word for name.
One of the sons
Share
of
them,
Noah, man.
share them, man.
I wanna go get it, man.
That was easy. That was easy work, man.
Easy
Yeah,
word. I should have had Doris.
I thought you had all of
What's the Hebrew word for name, Doris?
them. And Japheth, Lord.
No, nigga, she told you. That's 120.
I ain't never looked at the definition.
Oh yeah, that's it.
And that
I got
Trump just
Troy
got
put me on
You
that.
from New York? You tough?
Troy put me on that. I said Troy put me on
You
that.
say he got 2 hours to bring that debt down.
Yeah.
Woo! You say you got 120 minutes to get that debt off.
Give him the shit to pay that pay. Put it in your pocket. Put it in your pocket.
So when you come in a name, that's coming in the mark of the power, the authority of the individual. Of course, it don't mean nothing to most people in 2025, but in ancient times when they named you something, it meant something. You know what I'm saying? What's your name mean, Civic? That don't mean you can't look up what Civic mean. That don't mean Civic don't have a meaning.
Oh, you ain't hear what the wife said?
Yeah, but I ain't
I found out what my name means. Rocky Field or something.
I didn't say you a rocky piece of land.
Yeah. Well, you and your dad.
No, you know what it means?
Let me see.
But I was gonna pop up the civic duty.
Mine means
No,
Lord.
look it up.
Mine means Lord. I was named after Darius.
He was named after King Darius. We know what Johnny means. He don't do push-ups.
Sit. Yeah.
We know what Michael means. You know, Stony Meadow. Stone clearing. Old English. Oh, you know what your name means? Mikael.
You know, just relating to a city, citizen, or citizenship.
Say city.
Citizenship.
So civic name means he's a citizen. Citizen Burston.
What does bursting mean?
That would you look up. Now, I mentioned that because in those times, like these people were very deliberate and specific about giving somebody a name. Like when the angel came and told her, "Hey, your son name gonna be Yahusha. Yahuwah is salvation," because it would denote what that person is going to do, or something related to their character. So Exodus 34:5. You seen what your last name?
I just know it come from UK.
I always knew what my name meant. Last name and all. My granddaddy told me that early.
It's this old English mean fortress stone.
He's a citizen of a fortress.
Fortress.
It's a citizen of a fortified city. You know what Johnny mean? That's your name, or is it Jonathan? So y'all definitely, you and your daddy old nigga. You got to be an old nigga. He's just Johnny. Don't look it up then.
Yeah, I thought Jonathan.
He was shocked.
Yeah, most people be Jonathan. Oh, your son and through your pacifier.
He do that when he excited. But man. Don't look up Johnny, man. What it mean, man?
Yeah, man.
What your last name mean, man? That you sue well?
Now that's gonna be tricky.
That would be hilarious if it really meant I sue people well. But now try me, I'm taking you to court. Say my name is African and Japanese. Orphans. Yes, she said orphans. That's talking about me. Her name Tamika.
See that? Right.
Village named Burston in Norfolk.
What's so good?
Village in Bang Burston where?
Norfolk.
I just not
To
to be honest, I really don't even know.
Nigga simply from Norfolk, not Virginia. What Johnny mean, man? No, because that would be the shortened version of Jonathan, which is Yakanan, which is what? Yahuwah. Great, you know what I'm saying? What's your last name, though? No, I can say that because Joanne is shortened for, it would be Joanna.
Should say, man.
See strong. Boy, you're not. See strong. Hey, what I mean, you a sailor. What's wrong with that? Huh? You know what your name means? What it means? Great Lord. My Lord. Mari, you know what your name means? You the only Mari in here. Okay. Ain't nobody else in here named Mari. Ain't nobody in here named Amariah but you. Ask your father. Shalom, Brother Marcus, man. Yahuwah Brew. I'm asking this here so it be in front of your brain, so when we look at what we're going to look at in Exodus 34, you will see why. Different than when we did it before.
Let me see. What Burston mean? You seen Burston? What Burston said?
Yeah, I got a t-shirt in there with my name on.
Fortune Stone?
I ain't even get it made like that. It came like
be
that.
Wealthy. That's what it sounds like.
All them people was in New Orleans showing their titties, saying my name. Ain't
later on.
I mean, good times. Noble. Great character. But it's a part of a Creole sentence that means let the good time roll. Don't disrespect me.
Take a real listen. My last name should be Duncan. My dad's last name.
He said his last name should be Duncan.
That dark warrior or brown hair.
He's a dark warrior.
Well, yeah, that is your real last name, Duncan.
Duncan.
You might be related to
yeah, that because of course he gonna say because his father's name.
Yeah, father's name. See, look, we came to find out that my father's father might not be his father.
Damn.
I don't know who the rights are, to be honest.
Come on, man. This nigga Exodus 34:5.
For real, so you just gotta roll with it.
We know Kalisha name don't mean nothing but nigga. That ain't no real name. Google it then. Google it. See if your name really exists. Read Exodus 35, 34, and 5 while she's trying to find her name. That ain't a name. That's a name.
First off, my name is a name. But I can find it. It's okay. I can find it. It's okay.
Then, so your name mean God is gracious because they gave you a double name. Yeah.
She's like, yeah, okay, I take it.
Oh yeah. Got Mikael in the back, but you ain't like God.
Damn.
Hey, shots fired.
It was cool because she ain't gave me my push-up. You could have did what? What you think you in vogue, nigga? You finna give me them goddamn push-up. Come on, Exodus 34 and 5. She playing games. You found your name?
Nope.
Jessica said her name means to behold or foresight of Hebrew origin. But what's your name mean, nigga origin?
Is that what her last name means or her first name?
You gonna throw devil horns at me?
No. I didn't even put a horse on up.
Yes, you did.
I did.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did. I didn't do the I'm going back and forth.
What's your name mean? Where it comes from?
It's not really established, is what it said. But it's like blend of beauty and elegance.
Not beauty and elegance.
That's what it said.
The internet lying.
That's what it said.
Come on. Exodus 34 and 5.
And Yahuwah descended in the cloud and stood with him there and proclaimed the name of Yahuwah. And Yahuwah passed by before him and proclaimed, Yahuwah, Yahuwah Elohim, merciful and gracious, long-suffering, abundant in goodness and truth, keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin.
That's right.
And thou by no means clear, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children and upon the children's children, unto the third and to the fourth.
We can say her name means child of the people, twin, beautiful. And her last name is of Hebrew origin, gift of God, stemming from the name Matthew. Peace, Brother Omar, man.
Okay.
So with that being said, when he said, I've declared your faithfulness and your salvation, how does he declare that? Now, I'm going to take this road because we haven't done it in a while. I'm going to pull back to Exodus 34, and we're going to walk this down. So the first thing first is that he's proclaimed that he is merciful. So we'll just go to John, 8 and 1 off the top and just knock merciful out right there. Dwayne Jamal. See, Jamal is Arabic.
Yeah.
You mean beautiful. Or handsome.
Jamal.
Yeah, my mama say she liked Jamal from Jamal Wilkes, the basketball player. That's what she got it from. Jay say, my name means God is gracious. Storms coming in, yes, ma'am. Well, you go ahead and hunker down. And then my first name, it means to be dark. So, Scottish origins, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot why my mama chose that. I think she could have came from a song. Say Marcus' biblical meaning is shining, polite. Like I said, like most people, like when you looked at all the names of the sons of Jacob, like the mothers gave them a name based off of situation and circumstance. Like when Rachel had Benjamin, she named him Beoni, son of my sorrows. Or like when Levi was born, she said, okay, my husband will be joined to me. So when you look at certain things, that's how they named people back then. Your name had a meaning, not what you thought was going to sound cute. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about in modern time, because that's what... And let me reconnect right where it stopped at. Hell no. Check and see if it's running. Because if it is it let me reconnect right from where I stopped at.
Yeah.
All right, good. We good. So John chapter 8, verse 1. So I ain't got to make another video.
So Yahushua went unto the Mount of Olives, and early in the morning he came again into the temple. And all the people came unto him, and he sat down and taught them. And the scribes and Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery.
Oh, Sister Regina said her name means Queen Regina. She said, I did not like my name. Go ahead.
And when they had set her in the midst, they said unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act. Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned. But what say you?
What say you, baby?
This they said, tempting him, that they might have to accuse him. But Yahushua stooped down and with his finger wrote on the ground, as though he heard them not. So when they continued asking, he lifted up himself and said unto them, He that is without sin among you, let him cast the stone at him.
Go ahead.
And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. And they which heard, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, beginning at the eldest unto the last.
Go ahead.
Yahushua was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. Yahushua lifted up himself and saw none but the woman. He said unto her, Woman, where are those your accusers? Have no man condemned you?
She said, No, Lord.
And Yahushua said unto her, Neither do I.
Hey, go get your mama. Just go get your mama. It's outside the scope of what you can handle.
And neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more.
Now, I'm going to ask you this because y'all should know what this goes to. What scripture passage lines up with this event. Doris, don't try to duck your head like I can't see you in my classroom. Doris gonna have to go to summer school. What passage from Genesis to Malachi lines up with this event? You should know it. We talk about it all the time. You ain't got to tell me the location. Just give me the verbiage.
Isaiah, when say wash and make you clean?
No, sir.
Oh, Doris, you at 120. No, that's 150. That 150. Well, I need 100. And
I like Will. Where you at, Will? Calling him.
Stanley chose Will. He say, man, where that John 8 come from? Damn, Shayla. Now that's 30 for you.
Nah, he ain't here. The John 8 when they said he forgave the woman in adultery.
Every wrong answer these men get, push-ups for their old lady.
The precept he always lost.
You better look at John and get him right. And she looked at Kalisha. She didn't even look at you.
I say it again so he can hear it. I want him to comment.
Nah, man. John chapter 8, man. Y'all know what it is. Go look at it. He done already read it. It ain't my fault if y'all wouldn't listen. I ain't reading it again. You say you glad you have no parts in that?
Come on, Johnny. Come on, Johnny.
Come on, Johnny. Oh, that's 30 for you. Look how she looked at this nigga. This nigga here. She said, you done put 30 push-ups on my ledger? But don't nobody got the answer for this, man. This is ridiculous. Yeah, he just read John 8, starting at verse 1. What passage line up with this? All the time. Thank you.
Y'all thinking too hard about it.
Thinking too hard is crazy. That's wild.
Crazy,
They thinking hard. Come on, man. Y'all ain't got nothing for me? I'm finna start making the children do push-up. Watch the pain in your family. Oh, dude.
I'll bail him out, coach. Whenever you need.
You ain't got to bail him out. Somebody finna give me a goddamn answer. I got time today. You got time, cuz? See, I done told you, see, you run my fade. Because today I got time, cuz. Man, y'all niggas hell, man. Psalms 130, man.
No.
Psalms 131.
It said, out of the depths have I cried unto you, O Yahuwah. Lord, hear my voice. Let your ears be attentive to the voice of my supplication.
Come on.
If you, Yahuwah, should mark iniquity,
If you should mark what?
Iniquity,
Who would?
who shall stand?
But there is
Forgiveness with you,
that you might be
feared.
So that's why you see that. That was Psalms 130. That's where John 8 come from, what he doing. Because he said, he that without sin cast the first stone. If he was to mark iniquity, which one of them would have stood? What happened to the woman? What did he offer her? Forgiveness. Why? That he might be reverenced. Because what did he tell her? Go and do what? Less of what?
Worst thing coming upon you.
This. Oh yeah. No, the whole story. So we looking at that of him showing being merciful as declaring the name. You're declaring the name in your actions. Anybody can say the name of Yahuwah out of their mouth, but the declaration should be done in your actions. Hey, cut my light off, please. Now, give him the definition of gracious from Exodus 34 and 6.
That's kanun, gracious.
Don't get up. Sit down, please. Please sit.
I need to sit back. When we look at gracious, because I want to be a little lead under chance on that. Now, this is to be courteous, to be kind, and to be pleasant. So now, where are we going to see examples of kindness? Let's get razor locked in on what kindness is. Because when we were talking to a lady this morning, mama, matter of fact, being friendly or generous or considerate. So this is what I want you to do. Generous or considerate or friendly. Read me Proverbs 18 and 24. Matter of fact, Godmother, they were doggone eat. He had his mama on the phone. She talking about when the last time you showed somebody some love. Because he talking about love, that sound Christian-y. I'd be like, what's wrong with you niggas? That y'all niggas think showing somebody some love is being a Christian. I'm like, damn, you don't love your people? You don't love your friends? Like, what type of nigga is you that y'all niggas think is weak to show to have love for somebody and express it? Nigga, that's low-key homosexual. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm talking about? Boy, if you such a man that you feel like it's weak to show the people you care about some love, nigga, you gay. And I mean that from the depths of my soul, boy. I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm not saying that to be hyperbolic. I'm saying that because that's what I mean, man. It take energy not to show love. Well, you got to go out your way not to do that. I don't know why niggas think showing love is some old mushy, you know what I'm talking about, soft type stuff. Like, nigga, you don't love your daddy, nigga? You don't love your mama? You don't love your friends? You just walk in the house and be hard and tough with your children. What's up, nigga? You don't get a man to hug? You know what I'm saying? What, you only tender with your wife when you're trying to get your tip wet? Like, what's going on? These niggas wild, man. That's how they believe. That's that Christian stuff. What type of God you think you dealing with? He just don't fool with you, huh? I show you love. My commandments, nigga. Nah, bro. It's a manifestation of his character at the same token. That's how I can tell a lot of these niggas people didn't love him. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. Like you could, man, I'm telling you, bro, you could tell niggas who like, hey, boy, your people ain't really fool with you as a child because of your response to that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you could definitely tell. You could tell when you came in the house, wasn't nobody happy to see you. Nigga said last time somebody was happy to see you when you was born. And after that, they were like, man, here go this nigga again. But that's a lot of people, they grew up just like that, man. You walk in the door, ain't nobody happy to see you. Meaning that don't nobody greet you, ain't no smile, nobody. Hey, there go my son. Hey, boy, how you doing? None of that. You probably walked in the door, nigga, why your room ain't clean? I told you not to go outside. You supposed to be here at 3:30. Stop faking over there. Yeah, that junk ain't cool, man. Now, I ain't gonna say that's some trauma, but it definitely mess your brain up, though. You grew up your whole childhood and nigga you could tell your people don't fool with you. You're definitely not going to be emotionally adjusted. I can tell you that. Throw that pencil one more time and I'm going to shove it up your nose. Proverbs 18:24.
Say a man that have friends must show himself friendly.
A man that have friends must show himself what?
Friendly.
Show himself what?
Friendly.
What else?
And there's a friend that sticks closer than a brother.
Now y'all know what that word friend is right there, don't you? On that second part of that. Y'all remember that, don't you? I know you at least remember that. That's a hob right there. There's a love that sticks closer than a brother. Now I was talking with one of the boys from the UPK, and he mentioned something about why he liked being in the UPK in regards to the brotherhood they have. And I would tell him, and he didn't disagree, and I told you before, a lot of dudes who in the word and the congregations and organizations they are part of, they don't really fool with each other for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying people got to talk to each other all day, every day, be all up in each other's face, but I'm talking about in reality, they don't really fool with each other. And the niggas know it. I say that because you don't come in the word and just become like that. You ain't had friends before you got in the word. Because if you that type of person before the word, you're going to be that type of person. Like, how could you be around a group of people and you don't fool with them? And you know you don't fool with them. I'm not doing that. You know why I said that? Because I ain't got the energy to be fake with nobody. If I don't fool with you, I don't fool with you. And I'm going to let you know I don't fool with you. And I'm going to keep it professional because I don't fool with you. But you know what you would have to do for me not to fool with you? You would have to show yourself to be a dishonorable man. We don't have to have the same interests and likes and all that type of stuff. We ain't got to come from the same background. You ain't got to do all, nigga, y'all got cousins and nieces and nephews. Y'all don't come from the same background, got the same interests. You don't love them because y'all don't like the same stuff? Or you love them because that's your people? So that's how I look at black people in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got to do the same. That's crazy to me. But if you want you to show yourself you a dishonorable nigga, oh yeah, I don't fool with you. And it ain't no beef either. Let me clarify, let you know, it ain't no beef. Because if you was hungry and you called me and I got the ability, I'm going to help you out. But I'm not finna be in your face like, what's up, my nigga? I'm not doing none of that. Now we're not finna hang out. We're not finna do none of that. You know why? Because I know you, like, I don't want to be in a room full of people I know they don't like me. I damn sure not finna be in a room full of people I don't like. You know what I'm saying? You know about Styles P saying that? If I don't like a nigga, I don't even be. You know the rest? I gave you the whole line. He said, if I don't like a nigga, I don't even be bothered. Save yourself some trouble. Say some people only knowledge of love is when they got hit. So they all messed up. That's tough. He said, I heard that it's like love with dissimulation. But yeah, man. I don't know why dudes think it's weird to show people love, man. Or to even talk like that. When that whole concept is throughout the entirety of the Old Testament and the entirety of the Old. He literally tell you to love your neighbor as yourself. And you think it's weird to show love to your homeboy? You think that make you weak? That's Christianity to you? To show love is Christianity to you? Your family messed you up. I don't understand these niggas, man. But read that verse again. Proverbs 18:24. I don't understand it. I don't even want to try to understand it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Say a man that have friends must show himself friendly, and there's a friend that stick closer to
Tell him what friendly mean, man. If a man have friends, he got to show himself friendly.
Friendly is raw. Not to be bad, to be evil, be displeasing, or an associate.
Nah, but there's a love that stick closer than a brother. Now think about that. Now, when you're dealing with that, he is gracious. That means he's kind. That means he's generous. You know what I'm talking about? What was the other one? Oh, friendly, courteous, all that good stuff. So, what's an example that we want to take from that? To being generous, considerate, or friendly. Mika say a lot of us grow up being shown love that's not love, and then you replicate it. And you realize that ain't it. People think abuse, toxicity, disrespect, or mistreatment is. Indeed. But and what you're describing is a special case. But I will say a lot of people, parents don't show them no love because they ain't had no love in them. Because one thing for certain, you can't give what you ain't got. Yeah, a lot of people, your people ain't had no love in them. They couldn't give you no love. They ain't had no capacity for it. So then you grow up. You either grow up overcompensating, looking for it, or you what's the word I'm looking for before this one here? Or you intentionally sabotage any thoughts of receiving it because now you convinced yourself that it's damaging or you're not worthy of having it. So then you intentionally sabotage anybody trying to show love to you, to run them away, to justify in your mind why you always gonna be by yourself because ain't nobody gonna love you and all this whole extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? Happens a lot. Indeed, Omar. Indeed. So what you said?
I was trying to answer the question. What you're talking about, that kindness, I was just thinking about Matthew 14, 13, the 5,000 people you fed.
We allow it. That's being generous. Go to Matthew 14. I got a couple on deck. I'll allow it.
Verse 13.
You said Matthew 14 and 13. Give me verse 10, Sylvia. You all right, bro? What's up? You got your white boy shades on? Been hanging out? Well, you look like you finna cry. I didn't say you did. You are. I said, why you look like that? Your eyes look watery.
Be quiet.
Saying he sent and beheaded John in the prison, and his head was brought in a charger and given to the damsel. She brought to her mother, and the disciples came and took up the body and buried it, and went and told Yahushua. Yahushua heard of it. He departed thence by ship into a desert place apart. When the people had heard, they followed him on foot out of the cities. Yahushua went forth and saw a great multitude and was moved with compassion toward them, and he healed their sick. And when it was evening, his disciples came to him saying, "This is a desert place, and the time is now past. Send the multitude away that they may go into the villages and buy themselves victuals."
Buy some victuals, baby.
But Yahushua said unto them, "They need not
You
depart.
like victuals, don't you?
Give you them to eat." And they said unto him, "We have here but 5 loaves and 2 fishes." And he said, "Bring them here to me."
All right, now cool. Now who did the same thing? Who fed a multitude just like that? You got 2 potential answers. I'll allow both of them. Oh, Benji, this ain't the time, blood. You gotta wait.
You got time with David.
David is one of them. Elijah didn't do that for a multitude.
You heard me say?
Who? Yeah, she mentioned that with the manna. That's not the same because God did it. And they weren't hungry. For real. Them niggas were crying.
What about Joseph?
That ain't the same because it was stored up. It's one more person. And it was a prophet. That's the one that I would allow. David is direct. Remember, he gave everybody a nice piece of flesh and a flagon of wine. No, it's not saying.
Hold on.
I'll give y'all a second to figure it out. No, that was already been mentioned. Go to 2 Samuel chapter 6, Civic. And go to verse 12. That is correct, Mika. It was Elisha. Remember with the pot during the war.
I think that's what you're probably thinking about. Listen, you said Elijah.
You said Elijah.
I was saying that's what you were probably thinking about.
Because he said the cruse of oil, and that was Elijah. Elisha was with that pot.
Talking about the oil?
I want oil in it. Remember they said the pot had poison in it.
Okay.
And it was told King David, saying, Yahuwah had baruched the house of Obed Edom and all that pertained unto him because of the ark of Elohim. So So David went and brought up the ark of Elohim from the house of Obed-Edom into the city of David with gladness. And it was so that when they that bare the ark of Yahuwah had gone 6 paces, he sacrificed oxen and fatlings. And David danced before Yahuwah with all his might. And David was girded with a linen ephod. So David and all the house of Yasharal brought up the ark of Yahuwah with shouting and with the sound of the trumpet. And as the ark of Yahuwah came into the city of David, Michal, Saul's daughter, looked through a window and saw King David leaping and dancing before Yahuwah, and she despised him in her heart. And they brought an ark of Yahuwah and set it in its place in the midst of the tabernacle that David had pitched for it. And David offered burnt offerings and shalom offerings before Yahuwah. And as soon as David had made an end of offering burnt offerings,
What'd he do?
He baruched the people in the name of Yahuwah of hosts.
What'd he do?
And he dealt among all the people, among the whole multitude of Yasharal, as well to the women as men, to everyone a cake of bread.
What kind of bread?
A cake of bread.
Tell them what that cake of bread is, man. You like cake bread, don't you?
Cake is kallah. That's cake.
And Lakim's gonna be your word for bread. So continue.
And a good piece of flesh.
Good piece of flesh. What kind of flesh?
And a flagon of wine. So all the people departed, everyone to his house.
Gave him some bread and some meat, huh? What you like? Glizzies?
So good piece is just espar. That's a piece of meat or measured portion. Date cake.
Measured portion.
Or a good piece of flesh.
Good piece of flesh. But we just saw that what did he do? He showed kindness, generosity, and consideration. And not only did he just not show it to the men, he showed it to everybody, women included. You know what I'm talking about? I only mention that because the text made a point to let that be known. Now, this is a man after Elohim's own heart. So if you're dealing with his heart, I mean, you're dealing with the inward part of Yahuwah. David possessed that. So you're going to see that in his character. So when you turn around and you look at Yahushua, you're going to see that in his character and how he behaves. He's going to display that. This is what we're talking about with declaring the name. He's going to display that. Now, what we're looking at in Exodus is going to be something different, but right now we're focusing on the declaring from a different angle. The angle when he said, I came in my father's name, what that looked like. Most people going to be listening to words and not looking at actions like we were talking about earlier. You need to look at people, the fruit of their actions, the fruit of their deeds, how they live, how they move. You can make your mouth fry fish. You know what I'm saying? People can sell you anything. That don't mean they from God, though. Because the reality of the situation is, at least in these days and times, we caught up in what we believe is someone's scriptural astuteness, but not necessarily looking at, are they spiritually astute? Do they actually possess the innate characteristics of the God of who they proclaim? That we supposed to be looking, because I don't care how I've seen people who ain't nice with the word who more godly than niggas who swear they nice. Yeah, we talking about your man's. He talking about, you already know a nigga off when he like, hey, can't nobody see me. Like, what you think this is, a boxing match, nigga? You think somebody supposed to get in the ring and square off with you about some word, cuz? Is you insane? Now you hearing this from somebody who's been involved, you know what I'm talking about, and around that type of stuff for a long time. That junk get old. You know what I'm saying? Because of course that's only internet stuff on top of that, meaning that doesn't benefit people outside in real time. Somebody who going through it, your ability to chop a nigga up on a topic, that don't do nothing for them. Don't do nothing for them. You know what I'm saying? You remember what he said in Isaiah 50 about stuff like that? He's giving me the tongue of the learned, that I might speak a word in due season. Somebody who weak in faith and they going through it, they don't care about your ability to chop up nobody's doctrine. If somebody's child done died, parents done died, wife done died, they don't want to hear all that. Nigga who just lost his job, he doing bad, he don't want to hear that. Somebody want to hear that. What we need to look at next? Let me see what example we can use for friendliness or kindness. But you can read me John 15, though, while I decide what I want. You can read me John 15 and 10 if you would, good sir.
It say, if you keep my commandments, you shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Abba's commandments and abided in his love. These things have I spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and that your joy might be full.
That's right.
This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. Greater love.
Who over there crying unnecessarily? Go ahead.
Greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. You are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you.
And there's a love that stick closer than a what?
Brother.
Shoot. Somebody laying their life down, ain't gonna stick no closer. Proverbs 27:5. Now, of course, you see an example of that with Moses being willing to lay his life down, Jonathan being willing to lay his life down. These are the attributes and the character. Like how you round people as a man, and you know, like, hey, boy, this man, you not gonna take a bullet for him, and you know he ain't gonna take one for you. Why is you even friends with this thing? Come on.
Open rebuke is better than secret love. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy deceitful.
He say, faithful are the wounds of a what?
Of a friend.
My God, today. Now, y'all already know what that's talking about. Do I need to rehash it, or can you tell me what it means? With verses to support yourself.
Proverbs 27.
Oh, y'all ain't got nothing for me? It should have took you this long.
Faithful are the wounds of a friend.
Yeah, what you gonna do to support that? What's a friend right there? What word is there?
I share the same word for love, but
Yeah, that's a hard there. So that's faithful are the wounds of love.
all right.
That wouldn't say faithful are the wounds of love.
You hold his hands with his feet, handle him.
Oh, they ain't gonna support your stance too strong. I need you to support it from the back end.
That's what Judas. That's what Judas. You can go in. You can go in songs. You can go in other places.
Isaiah 53. That's the best you can come up with.
I got Zechariah 13.
That's your final answer. On the quick draw is wow. I'll allow it.
Faithful are the wounds of a friend. Zechariah 13:6.
Yeah, Zechariah 13:6. This stuff y'all supposed to remember. That's where we reading from, Sean. 27:6 Proverbs, but now he in Zechariah 13:6. You got a problem?
It says, shall say unto him, what are these wounds in your hands? Then he shall answer, those with which I was wounded in the house of my friends.
What word for friends is there? It ain't friends. It's in the house. I was wounded in the house of love. That's what it say. Now you would ask yourself, how could be faithful are the wounds of love? How could I be wounded in the house of love? If somebody wounded me, they certainly wouldn't have loved me. Okay, Florida. But you did not do what I needed you to do. You didn't hit the over. Damn it. I got a notification Florida won, but they didn't hit the over. I picked 160.5 over. They hit 150. My God, today. It's Simple fault. I don't even know why, but he's just the first person I seen. So it's his fault. Matter of fact, since you laughing, it's your fault. So you're going to have to make up for the money I ain't win. I ain't bet none, but I ain't win none. So it's your fault. Even though it was free and it ain't cost me nothing but some time. I wasn't going to win the pool anyway, man. I was under 500. Go ahead. So think about that. Faithful are the wounds of love. Go back and look at faithful in both verses. Look at giving faithful in Zechariah 13 and then give faithful in Proverbs 27. And this is about being the kindness, the generosity, the consideration. Consideration that you're not owed.
Faithful in Proverbs 27, that's Aman.
So remember, faithful in Psalms 40 was a moon. Now you got Aman here, which they pretty much all mean the same thing. Aman by definition.
It was to support, to confirm, to be faithful, to uphold, to nourish, to be established.
To nourish, to establish, to be faithful. Back to Zechariah 13.
Amen. Get away from me. I don't need you doing nothing. Man. Move. Leave him alone.
What you got? 13 and 6. Faithful, what you got?
Somebody gonna cook the food. Yes,
Ain't no faithful in that verse.
that was mama cook.
What you just read in Zechariah
He
13.
said, one shall say unto him, what are these wounds in your
Oh,
hands?
wounds in the house of love. What are these wounds in your hand?
Wounds
Well,
is
why
my-
you telling me you got a booger in your nose? It's a bee in your nose? Oh, I can't get that out for you. So you got a love that stick closer than a brother. You got wounds that are faithful as love, and you got wounds that you got in the house of love. Now, how do all these things go together? And he said, these are the wounds that I got in the house of love. Now go to Isaiah 49 and 14. Hey. No, I need you to sit. I need you to be quiet, or I'm going to do this. You want me to do this? Oh, that hurt. That's all right.
To Zion said, Yahuwah have forsaken me, and my Lord have forgotten me. Can a woman forget her suckling child?
Can a woman forget her suckling child?
That she should not have compassion on the son of her womb?
But tell him what compassion means.
That's Rakam, to love deeply, to have mercy, be compassionate.
To love deeply, to have mercy. So should a woman not have mercy on her suckling child?
On the son of her womb, yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget you. Behold, I have graven you upon the palms of my hands. Your walls are continually before me.
I've graven you where?
Upon the palms of my hands. Your
So
walls
this
are continually
the
before
same,
me.
you would say he'll have mercy on you. Just like a woman will have mercy on a hungry child who she loves deeply. Now, Jeremiah 31 and 1. Remember what we read? You can always read in Jeremiah 9. What are the three things that he exercised and take pleasure in? Loving kindness, righteousness, and judgment. What did the Lord tell you to the three weightier matters of the law? Judgment, mercy, and faith.
So at the same time, say, if Yahuwah, will I be the Elohim of all the families of Yasharal, and they shall be my people. Thus saith Yahuwah, the people which were left of the sword found grace in the wilderness.
They found what in the wilderness?
Grace in the wilderness.
What else?
Even Yasharal, when I went to cause him to rest, Yahuwah have appeared of old unto me, saying, yes,
What he said?
I have loved you with an everlasting love, therefore with loving kindness have I drawn you.
What he gonna draw you?
Loving kindness.
And he loved you with a what?
Everlasting love.
So you supposed to, if Yahuwah drawing Yasharal to him with loving kindness, guess what that means you would need to draw him with? Now this is all a part of declaring his name. So when you see the way that Yahushua moved, there's a reason for that. He said, I'll draw you with what?
Loving kindness.
John 12 and 31. Like I said, it's hard to draw people with something that you don't have. And I ain't saying that to be funny or disparaging or nothing. If you come from a family and they didn't show love, how would you know to show it? That's why some people don't know how to act when somebody showed them love, because they're unaccustomed to it. So they think it's either fake, ulterior motives. You know what I'm saying? All type of stuff, because a lot of people, now don't get it twisted. I told you this before. I'm not a nice man. I'm a kind man. And there's a difference. You know what it is to be a nice man? Yeah, you're disagreeable for the sake of being agreeable. You have no boundaries. You just do stuff with the hopes of being accepted. You know what I'm saying? That's what nice people do. That's why people say nice guys finish last, because you think you doing these particular acts is going to cause people to like you or accept you, but they will not, because most nice people are not genuine. You're doing this stuff hoping to get something in return because your niceness is a ploy. If you're not that, you're really just a weak person seeking validation and acceptance, possibly codependent. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there.
Leave it alone.
But kind people are what you just heard. You're considerate, you're generous. You know what I'm talking about? You're compassionate, you're caring. Those are innate traits. What you shaking your head for? You ain't kind. Just a nigga from Paxton. That nigga from Detroit Street. You from Detroit Street for real? I just threw that out there because that was the only street I can remember. Oh, you from the hood. You was out there with them nigga churn double dutch. You would have never known. Now you trying to be an old white woman. What you think, this the Golden Girls? Where would meek fit into that? Meekness can fit into kindness, but you know that's more so just being humble. You know what I'm saying? Because you have some nice people who are humble, and you have some kind people who are humble. But some nice people are fake humble. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little dicey. Not dicey in a negative way, but you know what I'm saying? Just depends on how you would view it. But you would rather be a kind man. You don't want to be a nice man. You know what I'm saying? Because every woman in here, no nice man make your loins go dry. Who back there laughing? What was funny about that? Not for real. I'm just messing. Not for real. What was funny about that? No, I mean, you say I'm definitely nice, but I'm working on being less nice and letting kindness show. People take nice for a weakness. I hear it all the time. I'm too nice. See, it's not that people take kindness for a weakness per se. What they're taking for your weakness is your desire to be agreeable, your desire for acceptance. That's what they're taking for a weakness. It's not your niceness. Because you can be nice and people don't take that for a weak. You can do nice things and people don't take that for a weakness. People see the underlying reason why you're nice. Versus when you kind, people more than likely see the boundaries that are set that go along with your kindness. You know what I'm saying? Well, professionalism is just how you conduct yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you can be a professional a-hole. True. Because, you know, they say Kobe was a professional and they felt like he was an a-hole. Well, I mean, if you're a man and you get called an a-hole, that usually means you're just a man. Oh, that boy must have won the tournament. Yeah, Usually, like, I just seen a dude post some junk. He was like, if women call you boring, you on the right track. As a man, I understand why he said. I didn't read his rationale, but I can understand why. Because you know, a lot of women like spend this, do that. When you locked in and focus on what you got to do, you're going to seem, oh, this nigga's boring. He doesn't want to do anything. Yeah, because I'm working on something. Go have fun for what? The job's not done. You ever seen that clip when they asked Kobe, how do you feel? You all up such and such. You say, excited for what? Is the job finished? He was like, no. So what am I excited? So some people look at that like he's such a killjoy, but he's like, nigga, the job's not done. So what am I celebrating for? What am I happy for? I'll be happy when I'm done. Till I'm done, I'm focused on this. And then we party. You know who like to party? He do. You got to tell him no. You know what I'm talking about? You got to tell him no. You know what I'm saying? But people usually like to party is people who aren't trying to do nothing, so they like to waste time. They like to waste resources. As a grown man, why are you constantly seeking fun all the time? That's not something that men are supposed to be doing. You can't tell a man you want him to do this and be a man and build at the same time. Baby, that's impossible. At that point, he's a puppet on the string. And that's what people mean when you saying like, oh, he's an a-hole. Because now you can't get this man to do what you want him to do. Because I'm going to do what I came here to do. Notice I didn't say do what I wanted to do, but what I came here to do. Because I came here to do something for a reason. And I'm going to get that accomplished. I'm not going to be sidetracked to appease you and your sensibilities. You know, you got to do that to your friends. You know what I'm talking about? You remember the boy up man like, hey, boy, I'm trying to work on something, man. Don't call me talking about nothing. Nigga get mad with you. Because they want to sit around and talk about nothing. I don't want to talk about nothing because you taking away time for what I'm trying to do. I don't have time to talk to you about nothing. As a grown man, I don't know why you calling another man to talk about nothing anyway. Not during work hours. Hell, not during any hours. I done seen several skits where it be like dudes don't answer the phone for dudes who they know ain't talking about nothing. I don't want to talk to you, nigga. I didn't want to call you to see what you doing, bro. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. What the hell you mean what I'm doing? Calling me early in the morning, talking about what I'm doing. You know what you start telling that nigga? I'm currently butt naked sitting on the toilet defecating. You know what I'm talking about? Better get off the phone then. Lord, why you answering the phone naked? You shouldn't have called this time of morning. Not talking about nothing. So since you ain't talking about nothing, I'm gonna tell you I'm wearing nothing. I bet you won't call back no more. You know what I'm saying? You want a nigga to keep calling you about nothing, or you want him to stop? I bet he stopped then. You tell a nigga, yeah, boy, I'm just sitting here on the toilet, boy, I'm talking about it's a hard one. I might be constipated.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Well, he ain't cooperating. My bowels locked up. I drank too much apple juice last night. Hey, I know how to get a nigga leave me alone. If I really want a nigga to leave me alone, I know what to tell you. You leave me alone. I don't care what jokes you go tell after you get off the phone. I met my objective. You off my goddamn phone. And I ain't got to worry about you calling me no more. You call me again, I'm going to tell you what you're doing, boy. I'm at the gas station, boy. I had to pull over. Hot sauce in that burrito, baby. It's going down. Yeah, man. Jay say she like to be considered to be kind, but she said, who knows, she could be an a-hole. Mika say she's naturally kind, but experiences taught me not to be so nice. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I want to be nice, man. I said nice is not what you do for people. It's the motivation of why you're doing it. You see what I'm saying? And it's usually some type of codependency. Some type of, you know what I'm saying? What they call it? People pleasing. You don't want nobody to be upset with you, so you do stuff. Scared to tell people no. You know what I'm talking about? And then you got other people, they different. They manipulators. They try to get over on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Try to get you to do what I want you to do. Stop, because you playing. You're not coming to sit. I'm not a jungle gym. I'm a person. What do you want now? No. Where we at?
John 12 and 31.
Go ahead.
And now is the judgment of this world. Now shall the prince of this world be cast out. And I, if I be lifted up from the earth, will draw all unto me.
You'll do what?
Draw all unto me.
Well, of course, when you look at the offering of your life, you would look at that as loving kindness. Therefore, that is what you would draw them with. When you turn around and you look at it in the same token, what did he draw Yasharal with when they were in Egypt? He drawed them with loving kindness.
He heard him cry out.
He heard them cry out. He manifested himself to them. He showed them signs and wonders by the hand of Moses and Aaron. Dropped some word, and it said he dropped word on them. What word that was dropped is not detailed. And then he began to torment their oppressors, which goes back to what's in Thessalonians. It's a token of the righteous judgment of God that he give tribulation to those who trouble you. Because the Egyptians troubled you, so he troubled them. That's why them dudes had me hot when I told you that the other day. I hate men like that, bro, who act like it's something wrong because you have a desire for your God to avenge you upon your enemies. and you screaming, that's a victim mentality. No, it's not no victim mentality, but my people have been victimized, and I would like for some blood to be spilled in return if he would ever be so kind. And I don't care who don't like it. I don't care who disagree with it. You can unsubscribe. I don't give a damn. I said it. I meant it. I'll say it again. If I'm alive tomorrow, I'll say it again.
But that same time frame be also being part of resurrection.
Oh, no. We just talking about, shoot, them niggas dying. I don't care how they die.
No. I'm talking about when Lord delivered the children.
What, the resurrection of the dead?
Just more than the concept of them dropping.
I'm not understanding what you're asking. So you learn to stop people pleasing early in life. People take advantage of that type of naiveness. They do. Iniquity, transgression, and sin. Yes, iniquity is perversion. Depravity. Transgression and iniquity, the Hebrew word is avon. It's depravity, it's perversion. Transgression is pesha, that's rebellion. And sin is kata, and that's an offense. So somebody who's a work of iniquity is deprived, or they pervert righteousness. So they go about taking things that are righteous and make them something that they're not. Like I said, transgression, you just outright rebellious. You know what to do, and you are openly defiant and do the opposite. And sin is an offense. You know what I'm talking about? Or you could be considered a sinner because you're a criminal, because you're a habitual offender. Could be the same offense. Could be multiple offenses, if that helps, Mother Square. What you got for me, though?
Exodus 6, 6 to 8.
With Exodus chapter 6, verse what?
6 to 8.
6 and 6. So I wish I knew you early. I'm just learning how to. Well, I mean, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. The situations that you went through in life, man, you needed those situations to help you develop into who you are now. You know what I'm saying? I know it'd be like, dang, I wish I would have learned this then, or this, that, then, the third. But who's to say you would even have the mind prepared to even handle that type of information if it would have came to you? You know, we hope we would, but the reality is we don't never know, because you might hear some stuff that is easy and palatable for you to receive now. But if you would have heard it 10 years ago, 5 years ago, hell, 3 years ago, it might have rolled off your back. You know what I'm saying? It could have went in one ear and right out the other. Not necessarily because you're evil as hell, but because whatever situations you're going through in life, your mind just wouldn't have been able to wrap itself around what you were hearing. It ain't even got to be about no word, just any stuff in life, period. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like that sometimes. Because some of y'all done been told, hell, I probably say all of us been told. Somebody told you something years ago and you ain't hearkened to it, and then you heard it years later and it clicked for you. You know what I'm saying? It's just at the time you heard it the first time, you just didn't have the mind to do nothing with that information. It happens, you know, it is what it is. You know, growth and maturity, life experience, things like that. You got to go through what you got to go through to become who you got to be. You know, it is what it is. You know, ain't nothing to kick yourself in behind about. You know, don't never look at yourself crazy for what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. Don't look at your people crazy for what they didn't know, because they didn't know what they didn't know. People can only give you what they have, and you shouldn't be upset with somebody because they can't give you what you feel like they should have had. Your mom and daddy as a human being just like you. Guess what they were doing? Trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to figure it out. They didn't have all the answers. They just knew how to bump loins and make a baby. It don't take much skill, intuition, wisdom, understanding, righteousness, knowledge, perception, or anything of the sort to bump loins. Because teenagers doing that. You know what I'm saying? You say you was notorious for learning from experience and not really listening. You know, it is what it is. Well, just thank the Lord. He make it get you to a point where he got you to. That's all you can do. You know, get thanks to Yahuwah for that. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't the type of individual like, hey man, your past is your past. It helps shape you in who you is right now. Yep. The key component is to learn from it. And not be looking at, oh, if I would have knew this at 21, my life would have went like this. Well, you ain't know it at 21. So you ain't have to worry about what your life would have looked like because you didn't know it and it don't look like that. Because a nigga easy say, boy, if I ain't go to jail, who know what happened? Could have been dead. Could have got locked up for something else called more time. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? So the path you went on is the path you were supposed to go on. Because if you were supposed to went on another path, that's what would have happened. But that's not what happened. That's not to say that we didn't make bad decisions that helped push you in a particular direction. But you made those decisions based off the information you had at the time, which was, I want to do what I want. You know what I'm saying? You had the mind of a child, so you do what children do. Seek pleasure. Yeah, what it is. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Wherefore, saying to the children of Yasharah, I, Yahuwah, I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians, and I will rid you out of their bondage. I will redeem you with a stretched out arm and with great judgment. And I'll take you to me for a people, and I will be to you Elohim. You shall know that I, Yahuwah, your Elohim, which bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians. And I'll bring you unto the land concerning the which I did swear to give it to Abraham.
I'm telling what bird. That's more so than being delivered versus the resurrection of the dead. That's he telling them, I'm finna bring you out of Egypt. I'm finna deliver you from them burdens. When you look at that in the aspect of looking at Yahushua as your Passover, he delivered you from the burden of sin and death.
Burden is Sebalah, burden, forced labor, compulsory service.
That's what we talked about the other day, the forced labor, the compulsory service. He that commits sin is the servant of sin. You're compelled to do it. Like this here, you just walk in the house, that lotion looking at you. Come on, boy. Come on over here. It's calling me. Next thing you know, you on the hub. And you're blind. Legally blind. And you talking about POP, baby. Hold it down. But that's the problem. You was holding it down. You say you started to understand Yahuwah's justice will always suit. Absolutely. He said I had to come to grips with that, being relocated from the neighborhood I grew up in right after my mama died. I was definitely on a spiral in the wrong direction. Yeah, man. I mean, this is the same token of, dude, you got some dudes that can walk in the room. It could be a nice looking woman who's showing some type of attraction confirmation. She ready to give you them yams. And he got enough discipline to be like, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. And there's some people, boy, they compare. Boy, if she blink, boy, it's going down. It's going down. Straight like that. You got some people that can walk in the room and see bottles of alcohol and say, I ain't drinking today. And boy, he that's compelled, boy, let me get a double. You know what I'm saying? He want a double shot or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even be no thought like it. And what I mean by that is you ain't even had no think of drinking nothing when you left the house. You wasn't even thinking about, boy, I'm gonna get me some yam when you left the house. But when you seen what it is that you desire, you were compelled. People who are extremely violent, they compelled to fight. Nigga might have just bumped into you. Excuse me, brother. I ain't mean no harm. Oh, nigga, you bumping into me? It's going down. Because he compelled to fight. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that might be. That's why the book tell you, an angry man, what you supposed to do, Cindy? What he tells you to do with an angry man? I'm trying not to give y'all the information. Y'all know about that verse in Proverbs, what he told you to do with an angry man? They don't know. Yeah, don't go the way of the angry man unless you catch a snare to your soul. You know, it's a podcaster named Angry Man. That nigga ugly. That nigga always crying. He called himself angry, but he don't be looking angry. He be looking fake with it. Like, I don't believe you, cuz. Go to Proverbs 14 and 17. You already know what he told you if you got you an angry woman at the house. He tell you it's better for you to dwell in the wilderness than to live in a house with an angry woman. And it's not just because she's a woman. Well, you don't want to be around angry people like that. Go ahead. Listen to Proverbs 14 and 17.
So he that is soon angry deal foolishly, and a man of wicked devices is hated.
A man who's soon angry do what?
Deal foolishly.
Now, see, guess what? So guess the game he just gave you. You see somebody who's angry, get angry real quick. They likely to commit some folly. They likely to commit some folly. See, that's game he giving you right there. Now, Proverbs 22 and 24. That goes back to what we were talking about earlier about assessing character traits and then adjusting yourself accordingly. Because he told you if somebody is quick to anger, they're gonna do something stupid. Now, how many of y'all know people who was quick to anger and they did something stupid? It's a lot of niggas in prison who got angry and then they realized what they did. They like, damn. Nah, ain't no damn, cause you finna catch this second-degree murder charge. Come on, Cindy.
Make no friendship with an angry man.
Make no friendship with a what type of man?
With an angry man.
With what type of man?
An angry man.
Why?
And with a furious man you shall not go.
Why?
Unless you learn his ways.
Unless you learn his what?
His ways.
Learn his what?
His ways.
And get a what?
A snare to your soul.
That's a trap for you. You're going to go to hell. He said don't even be friends with nobody like that. Now, how many of y'all been friends with a furious person? Now, imagine how you behaved when you was around this person versus when you weren't. You know what furious and angry niggas get you caught up? An accessory to murder. Because you riding with him, he done caught road rage and shot somebody. I hope they locked up that police officer who shot that dude in that semi on some. You a police officer catching road rage. I hope he go to jail. Because he supposed to know better. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't even supposed to be friends with nobody like that. So guess what I tell you, ladies? If you see this nigga soon angry and furious, guess what that means? You're not supposed to do. Give him vagina. Be with him. Why you messing with this nigga? Because you want to go to round one fight? Nigga who angry all the time, he gonna punch you in your mouth. He just told you an angry man did foolish, man. He gonna punch you in your mouth and say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. You meet a nigga who go from 0 to 60 and less than 3 seconds, you a damn fool for fooling with that man. I'm talking about if you know that ahead of time. If you're doing what we talked about last night, if you're paying attention to people's behavior and not ignoring it. Because a lot of women get caught up with dudes who do that because you're ignoring their behavior. I'm telling you something right now, nobody becomes a woman beater overnight. He's always been a woman beater. He showed you signs he was a woman beater. Now, whether you were paying attention to those signs is a different conversation. Yeah, don't be fooling with them angry people. You be getting angry, Sibby? Sibby said, I only get angry when my waffles ain't toasted right. You hear that, Doris? The man said, get the waffles right. Said, next time you're catching a bionic elbow. You know about that? So you don't know about the bionic elbow. So you don't know Dusty Rhodes. What type of family were you born into? But you don't know Dusty Rhodes. Who in here don't know Dusty Rhodes? You don't know, huh? You don't know Dusty Rhodes, man? But you know Cody Raheem Rhodes, huh? No, not for real. They be saying Cody is a black champion. His mama's cute. You know Cody Rhodes? Muffin, you know Cody Rhodes, don't you? You like Cody Rhodes, don't you? Oh, that's right. Christian, you like Cody Rhodes too, don't you? Oh, damn. When he come on to wrestle at WrestleMania, it'll be too late in the evening. You could have came over here and watched it with Muffin. No, WrestleMania in about, what the day is? About 2.5 weeks. Well, that's the main event. That mean they ain't coming on until about 11. Shoot, Muffin, you gonna be in the bed. Guarantee you that. So that's true, because I might be in the bed. I might have to watch that whole back on replay thing. Boy, WrestleMania dragged for a long time. I need my rest. You need your rest? You don't go to sleep nowhere. Go ahead. That's the problem. I already know it. See, we be rolling. That nigga work like a Jamaican. Just because you got locks don't mean you Jamaican. He worked like it. Doris, you Jamaican? Both of y'all got locked too and work like Jamaicans. You Jamaican? So you Jamaican? So you Jamaican? Or you Jafakin? You got on a Jamaican hat? You be in there talking with an accent to him? Will you be in there doing? Timmy, look at you.
Role play at the house.
I ain't gonna go down that road. I don't want to hit no more of that. I'm disturbed. I'm disturbed. Hey, they just locked him up too for assault by strangulation. He out here strangling women. That's wild. But where you at with it?
I just read Proverbs 22 and 24.
Before that, before Exodus 6.
I had read John 12 verses.
Yeah, so we're dealing with the love and kindness part. With the faithful are the wounds of love, and these are the wounds that I received in the house of love. So John chapter 3, verse 16. You can make it 14. Because you also want you to think about that as forth as coming out of Egypt. It's the love and kindness of Yahuwah that brought that out. Obviously, Exodus 6 mentioned that. I think we talked about that on day one. I ain't gonna try to drag this out too long because we already been on here early already. Come on, sis.
And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up. And whosoever believe in him should not perish, but have eternal life.
That's right.
For Elohim so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believe in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
Go ahead.
For Elohim sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved.
This is love and kindness, or this is graciousness, if you would. The kindness and the generosity, because I don't owe you that. This is one of the things that when you examine the word, that I think that we get caught up to, that you think Yahuwah owe you some type of forgiveness, some type of redemption, some type of reconciliation, and some type of purging of iniquity. But as we all know from Ezekiel 36, he said, I don't do this for your sake. I do this for my great name's sake. So this ain't got nothing to do with you per se. This has to do with me being who I said I am, because I said that I'm Yahuwah Elohim, merciful and gracious, long suffering, and abundant in goodness and truth. Because I didn't transgress against you, you transgressed against me. I don't owe you, you owe me. Like we don't really have that. And like I said, when you don't have that mind, and you ain't really, like we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Like he told his apostles there, man, he that loved much, much is forgiven. He that loved little, little is forgiven. So of course, you know, like he said, hey, the harlots and the what you call them, publicans will get in before you, because when you know the things that you've done, and then the mercy of Yahuwah show up, you look at him different. And I hate to use this as an example, but it's about the closest thing that I got in the human aspect. Somebody who go to court for a crime, you know what I'm saying? And these people always let them slide. And then, you know, he said, you know what? You got all these crimes. And I could give you 45 years. I could give you a life sentence. I could give you this here. Shalom, Sister Kelly. But I'm going to give you 5. And if you come back in here again, you're done for life, which is the sin. Go, sin no more, lest the worst thing come upon you. That person who got all them crimes, he may very well take advantage of that mercy, knowing he should be in prison for the rest of his life. You got a nigga who do one or two stupid things, boy, you're done. It's over for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't meaning that you got off for a serious crime. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you got off for a carjacking. I'm mentioning that in the state of Florida. You know how much time carjacking carry down here? That's a PBL. No, that's a PBL. You know what PBL stand for? It ain't the Pro Bowling League, I can tell you that. That's a possible life sentence. Home invasion, carjacking, those are PBLs. And life sentence in the state of Florida means exactly that. There's no parole. You're not coming home. Ain't no 25 years and we look at your case again. You get life in Florida, you in there for the rest of your life. So let's say you beat that carjacking, but you come back for a body. Just because you catch a body don't mean you going away for life. You only go away for life in Florida for murder if they charge you and you convicted of first-degree murder. Because the only sentence for first-degree murder is life or death. You know what I'm talking about? But they have to file that they seeking that. They give you second-degree murder. Second-degree murder can be anywhere from probation to life. Now, you had this serious offense, but you didn't take advantage of the mercy when they let you out on that. Now you get banned. Because you know why you get banned? Because you feel like, well, you owe me. You should show mercy to me. Even people who never been to jail before, they be like, this is my first offense. Who told you you would do leniency because this is your first time in here? And I done heard dudes say they should get leniency on their first offense. Well, sir, your first offense is murder. Nigga, out of all the first things to go to jail for, you pick the biggest one. I'm for real. Nigga catch a murder charge. Talking about, bro, I ain't never been to jail before. Bro, you killed somebody. Bro. How much time did you think you thought you were supposed to get 5? So I'm going to tell you this here because people have that mind when they go to court, they feel like they should get out. He should reduce my bond. They should drop my charges. Them people don't owe you that. Because you know what you should have did? Not put yourself in a position where somebody could make that decision on your life. Now you're dealing with the almighty Elohim and you think he owe you forgiveness because he say he merciful. Because he say he forgiven. Now you got in your mind, you got a license to do whatever you want to do. Now you bring the Lord into play and people telling you this man's sacrifice was a license for you to be the biggest sinner you could be. That man never said that. Did he ever say that, Sidney? That man said, man, if I come back around here and I don't find no fruit on that tree, nigga, I'm going to cut you down. That's what he said. That man said, I come back around here, you out of pocket, you go into the lake where the worm dies not and the fire shall not be quenched. That's what he told you. He said, if I catch you out of pocket, I guess you already know. But people like to paint a picture like that because it's to embolden you to just do what you want to do and make you feel like God love you so much that you could just keep on sinning. And this man never said that. Not one time. You ever read where he said that? You ever read where he insinuated that? You ever read where the apostles insinuated that? Well, people read them people letters and think that's what they talking about. Them people ain't tell you that. Them people told you several times, you get caught like that, you ain't inherited. You can't be no dirty-faced bastard doing whatever you want to do and think you finna get in. That's not how this goes. What he told you the wages of sin was. He said, and the soul that sin, it shall what? My God, today. So guess what that means you got to do? You're going to have to be born of the word because he was manifested to take away what, sin? And in him is no. And whoever sinned ain't seen him or known him. That's what he was sent to do. That's what it said, ain't it? To make an end of sins, to finish the transgression. to make reconcile. How you reconcile from iniquity and you still doing it? That's like saying you reconcile with your wife for hitting her, but you steady slapping her.
That's right.
That ain't no reconciliation. If you have been reconciled, you keep your hands off that woman. You reconcile to her, but you still got 4 side hoes. That's not no reconciliation. Nigga, you still doing it. That ain't how that works. That's how that works. I ain't think so. Come on. Where we at with?
We go with John 3.
Yes, sir. Now, when we look at greater love hath this than a man lay his life down for his friends. And you looking at all these things with those wounds in Proverbs 27:6, Zechariah, that was based off the love that he has for the children of Yasharal. Not that the love that the children of Yasharal gave to him. That's what he told you in Hosea when he told him to go marry a hoe. So they can know the love of Yahuwah to the sons of Yasharal who look to other gods and love flagons of wine. That's what he said. Chapter 3, verse 1, ain't it? Read it for him. You knew that? That Israel like to look to other gods and love flagons of wine. Huh? Yeah, he just saying they like to get drunk. You drunk some wine before? You have drunk wine before. Numerous times throughout the course of your life. That's wine you be drinking that cup, son. Absolutely not. Them fermented grapes. Yeah, that wine you be drinking. You don't drink a lot of it. Why you think y'all be looking crazy when you like this here when you sip it? Grape juice is smooth. You thought it was what? You thought we were giving you old grape juice? With a kick. I understand. It is grape juice with a kick. You just call it wine. You drank wine before? When you drunk some wine? You drunk wine before? When you drunk some wine? See, her memory good. When you drunk some wine? You just doing that just to do it, huh? You know how to talk. Ain't nobody looking at you but me. When you drunk some wine, you looking over there. Ain't nobody over there. Come on, Sir.
And then said Yahuwah unto me, go yet, love a woman beloved of her friend, yet an adulteress, according to the love of Yahuwah toward the children of Yasharal, who look to other gods and love flagons of wine.
Who look to other gods and love flagons of wine. Go ahead.
So I bought her to me for 15 of silver and an omer of
barley. Oh, that's good. I'll read that verse 1 again.
Then said Yahuwah unto me, go yet, love a woman beloved of her friend, yet an adulteress, according to the love of Yahuwah toward
according
the
to the love of Yahuwah,
who look to other gods and love flagons of wine.
He wanted him to love this woman like Yahuwah loved us. So how did he do it? Got wounded. That's how you see him being gracious in his actions. Let's look at long suffering. You know that's to be slow to anger. Mark chapter 3, verse 1.
And he entered again into the synagogue, and there was a man there which had a withered hand, and they watched him.
This is also being more being gracious and merciful, if you like.
And they watched him whether he would heal him on the Shabbat day, that they might accuse him. And he said unto the man which had the withered hand, stand forth. He said unto them, is it lawful to do good on the Shabbat day, or to do evil, to save life, or to kill? But they held their shalom. When he had looked round about on them with anger, being grieved for the hardness of their hearts, he said unto the man, stretch forth your hand.
See, there was some long suffering going on, because if he was angry, he wanted to do something to them. Go ahead.
He stretched out, and his hand was restored whole as the other. And the Pharisees went forth and straightway took counsel with the Herodians against him, how they might destroy him.
Tell them what the definition of goodness is in Exodus 34:6. All this pertains to his salvation also. Remember, he said, I declared your faithfulness and your salvation.
Like I said, goodness, kindness, faithfulness, reproach, shame, mercy, pity, favor, good deed.
Favor, good deed. Can we look at that as him healing the man in the bed? Saying, give me Mark 9. But we got to get off here. Mark 9 and what? 10. I mean, I meant Matthew 9. I'm sorry. Matthew 9 and 10. Matthew 9 and 10. I apologize. You like to wear dinosaurs on your shirt? You like to wear dinosaurs with basketball jerseys that look like football jerseys? Go ahead.
In the Canaan passage, Yahushua sat at meat in the house. Behold, many publicans and sinners came and sat down with him and his disciples. When the Pharisees saw, they said unto his disciples, why eat your master with publicans and sinners?
Hey, get your hands and feet off my wall, boy.
But when Yahushua heard, he said unto them, they that behold need not a physician, but they that are sick. But
That's goodness right there. Go ahead.
But go you and learn what I mean. I will have mercy and not sacrifice, for I am not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance.
Go ahead.
Then came to him the disciples of John, saying, why do we and the Pharisees fast often, but your disciples fast not? Yahushua said unto them, can the children of the bride chamber mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them? But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken from them. And then
we need to be at the verse 1. I'm sorry. Matthew 9 and 1.
And he entered into a ship and passed over and came into his own city. And behold, they brought to him a man sick of the palsy lying on a bed. Yahushua, seeing their faith, said unto the sick of the palsy, son, be of good cheer, your sins be forgiven you.
Oh, that's goodness right there, ain't it? Go ahead.
And behold, certain of the
and
scribes,
that's also forgiving sin, iniquity, and transgression. Go ahead.
And behold, certain of the scribes said within themselves, this man blasphemed. Yahushua, knowing their thoughts, said, wherefore think you evil in your hearts? For whether it's easier to say, your sins be forgiven you, or to say, arise and walk.
That's right.
That you may know that the Son of Man hath power on earth to forgive sins. Then said he to the sick of the palsy, arise, take up your bed, and go into your house.
And he arose
and departed to his house.
Now, give him truth by definition. We've already shown keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression in John 8 and in Matthew 9. Go ahead.
Firmness, faithfulness, truth, sureness, reliability, stability.
Now, how did he show how faithful he was? You know, John 13 say he loved his own even unto the end, didn't it? I think his faithfulness is a given based on the fact that he professed to his apostles that he had to die, and he went and did it. So go back to Psalms 40 and 7, and then John 17, we'll call it a night from there. I needed to let all that be known before we go to Exodus 9 and 16 all the way out with it.
Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book written of me. I delight to do your will, O my Elohim, yea, your law within my heart. I have preached righteousness in the great congregation. Lo, I have not refrained my lips, O Yahuwah, you know. I have not hid your righteousness within my heart. I have declared your faithfulness and your salvation. I have not concealed your loving kindness and your truth from the great congregation. Withhold not you your tender mercies from me, O Yahuwah. Let your loving kindness and your truth continually preserve me.
Let your loving kindness and your what?
And your truth continually preserve me.
What's preserved?
And the song. Guard, watch over, to keep.
His loving kindness and his truth is going to keep you. Now, we've already been looking at that the whole time. He said he'll draw you with loving kindness. Then he said he's abundant in goodness and truth. And he says that is what is going to keep you. Not the law, not your nationality, but what he said going to keep you? Truth. Your loving kindness and your truth. That's why the book say Elohim is love on the back end. Continue.
For innumerable evils have compassed me about. My iniquities have taken hold upon me, so that I'm not able to look up. They are more than the hairs of my head. Therefore, my heart failed me. Be pleased, O Yahuwah, to deliver me. O Yahuwah, make haste to help me.
Help me.
Let them be ashamed and confounded together that seek after my soul to destroy it. Let them be driven backward and put to shame that wish me evil.
That's good, man. Because he tell you that he confessed it to the great congregation, didn't hold it back, declared the name. John 17 and 20. We'll stop right there.
Neither pray I for these alone, but for them also which shall believe on me through their word, that they all may be one, as you, Abba, in me, and I in you, that they also may be one in us, that the world may believe that you have sent me. And the esteem which you gave me, I have given them, that they may be one, even as we are one. I and them, and you and me, that they may be made perfect in one, that the world may know.
Amen indeed, Marcus, man.
That
Amen
you have
indeed.
sent me, and have loved them as you have loved me. Abba, I will that they also, whom you have given me, be with me where I am, that they may behold my esteem which you have given me, for you loved me before the foundation of the world. O righteous Abba, the world have not known you, but I have known you, and these have known that you have sent me. And I have declared unto them your name.
I've declared unto them your what?
Your name.
And what happened?
And will declare that the love wherewith you have loved me may be in them, and I in them.
Now, we looked at what it means to declare. Y'all willing tomorrow, we'll delve more into Exodus 9 and 16 of how his power was made known on him through the very loving kindness that he declared and that he said that would guard you. So hallelujah for Yahushua in the word. Appreciate y'all time this evening. Bless y'all the house of Elohim in the name of Yahushua. Who are willing, we'll be back on tomorrow and do it again. And y'all willing till that time. Amen, man. Praise you, brother Marcus. Love you too, bro. Much love, nigga. You who bro. We are out of here. And 1, 2, and 3.